Hello and welcome back. This is Lance with Autobiography Writing Secrets, and this is episode number 5. Today we're going to discuss the fourth of 6 set of questions that we're going to use for the autobiographies, and this also includes up to 400 questions. Most likely there's going to be more in this set because it ranges from age of 35 to 45. So just to recap for the listeners out there, the first, what we went over was the 6 phases of human life, based upon a retired psychotherapist, Mike Bundrant, put together with Maslow's Law and the works by Kohlberg. And the first one was dependency and how do I survive, and that's from the ages of 0 to 19. So the second set was personal power, how do I establish myself in the world, human development level 2, and that's from the ages of 20 to 30. And the third level is belonging, where do you fit in, human development level 3, ages 30 to 35. That was yesterday's episode. And today we're going to discuss deep self-awareness, what is really important for me, and that's human development level number 4 from ages 35 to 45. And then tomorrow we'll discuss life mission, what's my purpose, and that's human development level number 5 from ages 45 to 65. And then number 6, which is 65 and above, that's human development level 6. That's just involves self-acceptance. So let's get into what the questions are. Actually, let's go over the topics first. There's 40 of them. There's 40 topics, and these are the first 20. I couldn't put them all on one page like I did yesterday, but just for the listeners out there, just to go over a few of them here. We'll just go over like the first 5, for example. Adjusting to midlife and reflecting on life achievements and regrets. And the second one is navigating work and career challenges and opportunities. And number 3, building and maintaining a sense of balance and well-being. Number 4, navigating relationships with adult children and extended family, managing financial. Number 5, managing financial responsibilities and planning for the future. And then it carries on for the next 20, and then we'll just go to the next page. This is 21 through 40, the topics. And just to go over a couple of those for the listeners out there, we have exploring and understanding personal beliefs and values, building and maintaining a sense of control over one's life. Number 23, building and maintaining a sense of self-worth and confidence. Number 24, building and maintaining a healthy work-life balance. That can be really tricky for some, especially if you have children still in the house. All right, and we'll just go over one more here for the listeners. Building and maintaining a sense of accomplishment and achievement. So those, and there's another 15 on this page. So it's a total of 40 topics that will be on this chart we're going to show here. So let's get to that quickly. All right, so we have, and just for the listeners to know what I'm looking at, I have the computer screen here with a box in the middle, as in the other past episodes, and this one on it is labeled human development, and this is level 4 from ages 35 to 45. And on the box, it has these little plus signs. So when you click on them, here we're just going to go clockwise, and it expands out, and it's like a spider web, and it shows, let's zoom out here, it shows at the end of each of these legs in the spider web, it has the topics, the 40 topics. But, and the reason we created it this way, if I did mention it in the previous episodes, is because most of the time people are going to be using this on like an iPad or a smartphone of some sort. And then when you just click on it, and any of these little topics, questions pop up. So then you can just get to those quickly. And while you're in the middle of an interview, it's really easy just to scroll up and down through these questions. So just to go over a couple of questions here for the first topic that we had mentioned earlier, adjusting to midlife and reflecting on life achievements and regrets. That is the first topic. So we'll just go for the 3 questions here out of the 10 that's available. Again, these questions are just to get you started. if whoever you're interviewing, or if I'm doing an interview, I would just listen to that person. And if they sound like they have a story they want to tell, then go down that path and just get that story out of that person, because that story is going to be the meaningful part that they want to share with their future audience, or their family, or their community, or whoever it is that they feel that this is the legacy that they want to leave. So, of course, if you feel like you're getting lost, you just come right back to this and stay on this topic. And if you run out of questions, or you just go to the next topic, or you just continue, because sometimes when someone's speaking, they always have something else they want to say, and that's why you're doing this, is to get them excited about their life and sharing it. All right, so the first 3 questions are, what were some of the biggest goals and aspirations during this time period? Number 2, can you describe a specific event or experience that marked the transition into midlife for you? And number 3, how did you handle any setbacks or challenges that arose during this time period? So again, this is from the time period of when you're 35 to 45. So there could be several different stories that come up when you ask about setbacks. Most people have a few. Some have more than others. But from the age of 35 to 45, for example, I was starting a business, another business. I don't know which one I had started at this point. And it was challenging for the first couple of years. And I think sharing with my children and grandchildren and future generations, like how I overcome those challenges, like living in an apartment in Italy, and I was so broke at one point. I actually had to ask my friend there for some rent money just to get through for like 3 months until I got paid. It's really embarrassing for me because I hate asking for money, but I had to. So it is what it is until you just get through it. So, all right, that is that topic. Let's get to a couple more here just so you can see what it's like. All right, so navigating work and career challenges and opportunities. So I clicked on this rectangle for the listeners, and I clicked on the plus sign, and then 10 questions popped out, 5 on either side of it. So let's just go to the first 3 here. Again, this is the topic, navigating work and career challenges and opportunities. Can you describe a specific career challenge that you faced during this time period, and how did you deal with it? Yeah. So if you had a job or something, what are some of the most rewarding aspects of your work during this time period? Maybe you're doing awesome at the job you had, and you had some promotions, and then you were able to get more income and you bought a bigger house, or maybe you had some additional children, or maybe they're already older and you had your children in your 20s and now they're graduating and they're off to university. Lots of different things could be happening between 35 and 45. And the next question, number 3, how did you balance your work and personal life during this period? All right, so that obviously gives you an idea. It's kind of general in nature, but it, again, is just a prompt, some discussion, so that whoever is being interviewed feels like they can bring back some memories that they want to pass on. All right, let's get to the next topic here. All right, building and maintaining a sense of balance and well-being. Okay, so let's click on the little plus sign here for the listeners, just clicking. And let me zoom out a little bit here. Oops. Building and maintaining a sense of balance and well-being. So were there, number 1, the question here, were there any specific strategies or techniques that you found helpful in maintaining a sense of balance and well-being? All right, so maybe you had a really well-rounded schedule that you like to keep. I mean, obviously, if there's children, there's always a schedule. It doesn't matter whether you want to make one or not. They're going to demand it. Let's see. Number 2, how did you prioritize your physical and mental health during this time period? That can bring back a lot of memories. Maybe you like to go to the gym, maybe you like to go for walks every day, maybe you had pets, or maybe you lived on a farm or something. And so taking care of animals might have been your way of taking care of your mental health as well. And let's go to number 3 here. How did you manage stress and handle difficult emotions during this time? Good question. That could be related to spouse, that could be related to children, it could be related to work, coworker, it could be anything. So anyway, again, it's just to bring up some emotions. All right, let's go to another one here. Again, this is a topic: navigating relationships with adult children and extended family. Ooh, this could be interesting, especially around the holidays. All right, so let's go over the first 3 questions here. Can you describe your relationship with your adult children during this time period? That's interesting, especially teen girls. I have one, and she's in university. It's been challenging. Were there any challenges or conflicts that arose in your relationship with your adult children during this time, and how did you handle it? Yeah, well, I won't discuss that here because it's definitely been a challenge. Those raging hormones, and yeah, they do what they want to do. Okay, how did you navigate the role of parent as your children became adults and started families on their own? Well, thankfully, none of them have started families on their own yet, but when they do, it'll be interesting to see what happens. So my son is still at home, and yeah, so we try to chat about it every day. So, all right, that is basically how it works. And tomorrow we'll go over a level 5, just to go back to that quickly. I'll just bring it up. All right, number 5 here. Life mission. What is my purpose? Human development level. That's ages 45 to 65. So that's a pretty big age range. And there'll be another at least 400 questions for that as well. So now we have 400 times 4. So that'll be, now we have a total of 1,600 questions that will be available to you. And at the end of all this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the entire spider map of how it looks. So I don't know if the server can handle it, because right now I have each particular age range on a different chart, and there's 400 questions. But what I'll do is I'll put everything together on one chart so you can see all 2,400, and hopefully it doesn't crash the server. But you'll get a really good idea of what this little spider map looks like, so that when you get access to it inside the course, you'll know that you'll have a really good base of questions to ask. Obviously, again, you're not going to ask all of them because every person's going to be different. Their life's going to be different. So it's just a good start to get the autobiography going so that that person can leave the legacy that they want. So, all right, we'll see you tomorrow in the next episode.